Hi folks, this is a piece of Fabriano, £130. It's a studio paper. It's a fresh sheet. I haven't primed it in any way. I'm just going to go straight on with some oil. They'll take a while to dry, but it's good fun painting straight on watercolour paper. Turner did it, Constable did it, and those sketches are as fresh today as they were when they painted them. Only difference is I'm going to use that brush, a 2-inch bristle, which I've trimmed across the top as it got too spiky. Brilliant brush, very cheap. That costs about 50p in a pack of 15 for £8.50, say 75 pence, less than about half a dollar. And I've got loads in a packet. Some I've used, some I'm not using, but great exercise. Right, now using plenty of oil on this, and let's put in some grey. So I mix of two reds. I've got cadmium red, I've got red ochre, bit of blue, lump of white. Get this all going, and then just put a bit of sky in here. Sooner we can cover this paper, the better. This is not going to lift out very easily, but we'll do what we can. Let's get some paint on. So I've got on here light cadmium red, red ochre, ultramarine, sap green, Payne's grey, cadmium yellow pale, and yellow ochre. Oh, let's get some panes on there. Now this is going to be a sky, I hope. If it doesn't work out, you won't see it. Well, I want a low horizon, this one. Quite a mason I make. Right, that's about my horizon. This is a sky painting, believe it or not. Right, let's put in some colour. Get some ochre, get some yellow ochre. Don't worry about mixing it. Right, blend it. Put a bit of oil. Want it to soak in. A bit of yellow in that sky and a bit of that red, that's cadmium red. The exercise at the beginning is just to get some paint on the, some colour on the board. And just work away, blending, putting on, lifting out, well not lifting out, but adding some dark of the lights. Excuse me. I haven't got coronavirus, well not yet, that I know of. I do have COPD, so I do have a bit of a cough. And the Premier League has just announced it's shutting down until 4th of April. Oh, just blending. I'll put some darker colour back, Payne's grey mixed with the ultramarine. Right, so we've got something going on there now. I'll let that soak in a bit. I'll do a bit of landscape as well. Just get that a bit light on the horizon here. Because I want to counter change against that with my green trees. See how quickly you can change? Just move some of that grey over here a bit. Okay, that'll do for that. Let's move that up there. That up there. Have a swig of my tea, which I forgot. I'll go to brighten this up when I get back to it. Okay, so we want some nice contrast on there. So let's have a bit of blue with that. Green. Still a bit of a meadow. Out from the links. I'll make one or two of those higher. Oh, it does lift out. I do these because I like doing them. They're easy, and if you're new to oil, it's a good way to get in. That you can paint on unprimed watercolour paper. It's a perfectly good surface, but I wouldn't recommend it on the thinner papers because the oil will soak through to the back, and if you want to mount it on a board and then frame it as an oil painting, it might not stick unless it was bone dry, and I don't know whether linseed oil ever really dries 100%. But okay, now we'll put in some grasses. I want to get back to painting some the Chichester Harbour area near Bosham. Wonderful area. The harbour goes between more or less Portsmouth and West Wittering, or the Witterings, and the whole area is a harbour. So it's not just like a harbour as in Calais or Dover. It's just a large load of peninsulas. Well, peninsulas. All right, now I'm going to brighten it up a bit. I'm going to get some more cadmium red, deep hue. Yeah, deep hue. And I don't think I'll use much more of the meadow because I won't pour any of that, squeeze out any more of that. Just a bit of stipple now, I think. So a bit of look, it's just basic meadow. Let's get some oil on there. Right, okay, so we've got some nice ochre colour. And we'll put in some bit of mauve. All about light against dark and texture. Bit of toweling structure to this. Look, it's just stippling. Okay. Now we've got to have something else in there. I mean, it's just a bit basic, isn't it? Like that. So let's add a bit more tree. Let's get one in here. bit of red. Alright, there's some dark down here. I'm always fascinated by views from the boardwalk in Malden Hall Park, and I know some of you know it. It's in South London. It's a very large park. National Trust administer it now, but it's great history. We've got a lovely park down the road from here, Beddington Park, where Queen Elizabeth was a visitor to the Carew Manor, and as was Sir Walter Raleigh. And Walter Raleigh married one of the daughters of the manor, the Carews of Beddington. They're a very old family. Just sort of meadowy sort of stuff. Have a bit of white in there, just catching some light. Right, let's get a bit of grasses in there, a bit of green. So we've got that nice, lovely sap green. Well, mixed with a bit of white and cadmium yellow pale. So we get a lovely, almost luminous green. We'll put in a few wildflowers. Nothing better than poppies. Goes all that green. Bring some of that colour into the background. Alright, have some poppies in there now. Same brush, stipple. It's a bit of a dark colour for poppies really. They're more orange, aren't they? So I'll mix a bit of yellow with that. And a bit of white. Mix it with that, and then you can put that on the, well, the registers, put it on the horizon. Let's have a bit of white. Oh, it's not the Premier League, it's the below the Premier League, Championship and all that. Right, we'll have some little blue ones, some blue cornflowers. So I hope you all stay safe, guys. I hope I stay safe. Right, now, just about shows. No good trying to paint it with a brush, it just wouldn't go anywhere. Okay, I'll go let that go. Sky, I put a bit more light in that, I think. Take clouds off. Otherwise it just looks as if you're just fitting in. Now this is a sort of a nothing painting, but I would guarantee that it's going to look nice in a mount. Just blend. Alright, one brush painting. Right, oh yeah. Have to have a good clean up. Let's just get a bit of tape over the corners there. Because this one won't stick to oil, but it'll just about clip there. Just long enough to put a mount on it and photograph it. Oops. And drink my tea. Oh, there we are. So we've got another meadow. I enjoy doing them, they're very easy, they're great for demonstrating. And that is all on unprimed watercolour paper. So, yeah, it's a memory. I hope you like it. Have a go at yourself on your spare watercolours, or any watercolour that you regard as a failure. Paint it white or with white acrylic, and when it's dry, paint over it in oil. Acrylic will make the paper waterproof or oil proof, provided you've got enough on it and it's the right consistency. If it's too thin, it won't do anything. But as often as not, if you buy a big can of PVA glue from a woodwork shop or a tool shop, it will vary in consistency. If it's too thick, just add a bit of water to it It's soluble in water, but when it's dry, and I dry mine with a hairdryer so it speed up the process, it's fabulous. And if you use it on acrylic, or you paint on the acrylic, you can use it as a varnish too. But you can't varnish with acrylic PVA on oil. You have to have a proper oil varnish. But I will varnish this at some stage, but I won't use the thick finish varnish. I will use retouch varnish. It's the intermediate one that will bring out the colours that have dried in, like the umbers, although I don't use umber in my palette at the moment. Right, okay, enough for me. See you soon, guys. Thanks for looking. Bye bye.